Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to getting informed, cutting through the noise to bring you the key insights.
That's right.
Today, we're diving into a really fascinating bit of the tech world. It's the Global Information Technology Service Management market. You probably know it as ITSM. We're going to unpack its incredible growth story. And we're using some really comprehensive data here from cognitive market research.
Good source.
Yeah. So our mission today is to help you get a quick handle on the sheer scale of this market, its speed, the regional differences, without drowning you in data points.
Right. And ITSM, it sounds technical, but what's fascinating is just how foundational it is.
Foundational how?
Well, it's basically about how organizations manage all their IT services, everything. Designing them, delivering them, supporting them, improving them.
Okay.
So understanding this market isn't just tracking tech. It's crucial if you want to grasp the mechanics behind all this digital transformation happening globally.
Right. Got it.
And when you see the numbers, the projections we're about to talk about, well, you'll see just how critical it's become.
Okay, let's get into it then. Here's where the growth story really takes off.
Yeah.
So the global ITSM market, already valued at nearly $9 billion. That was back in 2021. So $8,932.79 million, to be exact.
Already substantial.
Exactly. But get ready for this. It's projected to jump to over $15 billion by 2025.
$15 billion. Wow.
And then it absolutely explodes, past $44 billion by 2033. So $44,884.8 million.
Okay, that's huge growth.
It reflects a really robust compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 14.4%.
Right. And CAGR, just quickly for anyone maybe less familiar.
Good point.
It's like the smoothed out average growth each year, right?
Yeah.
Gives you a clearer picture than just the ups and downs.
Exactly. A steady growth rate over the whole period. And here we're talking, almost quintupling, multiplying by 5.
Yeah, pretty much, in just over a decade.
Incredible.
And if you connect that to the bigger picture, these aren't just numbers. It signifies a really fundamental shift.
A shift in how businesses see IT.
Precisely. How they perceive it, how they manage it. It's moving away from IT being just, reactive support.
The fix-it department.
To being a strategic asset, something that needs sophisticated, proactive management.
Makes sense.
And this exponential growth, it's directly fueled by those big global trends we hear about, like digital transformation, makes ITSM just indispensable.
Okay, so that's the global surge. Huge numbers. Now, how does this actually play out region by region? Because I imagine the stories differ quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely. It gets really interesting when you break it down.
So North America.
Yeah.
Let's start there. It seems to be leading the charge, right?
Oh, definitely a powerhouse.
Started at nearly $3 billion in 2021.
Yeah.
$2.83 billion. Projected to soar to almost $14 billion by 2033.
$14 billion, wow.
Yeah, maintaining a strong CAGR, about 14.2%. Yeah. And within that, the U.S. is the giant, obviously. Projected over $9.5 billion by 2033.
Still dominant.
But look at Canada. Our neighbor up north shows an even sort of more aggressive growth, 15.4% TAGR.
That is interesting. Higher than the U.S. rate.
Yeah, from about $580 million to over $3.1 billion.
Well, these regions, North America generally, they're ITSM hubs, partly because the tech infrastructure is mature, yes.
Right.
But also because businesses there are often, let's say, deep into really complex digital strategies. They're managing huge interconnected IT systems.
So the demand is just baked in.
Exactly. A huge continuous demand for advanced ITSM. To keep things reliable, secure, constantly improving, it's that shift again from reactive fixing to proactive strategy.
Okay. Makes sense. Let's hop across the Atlantic. Europe. How's the picture there?
Also expanding significantly. Very strong growth.
The numbers show it going from over $2 billion in 2021, roughly $2.2 billion, to more than $10 billion by 2033. So a TAGR of about 13.9%. Still very strong.
Absolutely. Not far behind North America's rate.
Germany looks like it's set to be the largest market in Europe. Projected over $2.6 billion by 2033.
Yeah, often a leader in European tech adoption.
And the UK also showing strong growth. But here's something I found really intriguing.
What's that? The
category labeled Rest of Europe. It actually shows the highest European GAGR, a remarkable 16.2%.
That is intriguing. 16.2%. Higher than Germany, higher than the UK.
Yeah.
Well, that does raise an important question, doesn't it? What's driving that?
Right. What could it be?
Often you see that when emerging economies within a region start accelerating their digital transformation like mad,
Ah, okay.
they might be sort of leapfrogging older tech, going straight to modern IT management frameworks. Or maybe it's specific industries in those countries just pushing hard on modernization.
So a broader wave of adoption maybe just hitting those areas a bit later but faster.
Could be. It definitely points to widespread adoption across the continent, not just in the established tech hubs.
Okay, fascinating. Let's shift focus again. Asia Pacific, what's the story there?
Ah, APAC. Yeah, set for really remarkable growth.
The numbers are pretty staggering, from about $1.5 billion in 2021, surging to over $8.3 billion by 2033. That's a AGR of 14.8%, so even faster than North America
But
overall.
faster, yeah. Significant momentum there.
And we really have to spotlight India, don't we? Looks like a real standout performer.
Absolutely. India's story is crucial here.
Projected to grow from just over $200 million, $216 million, to nearly $1.35 billion by 2033,
Huge jump.
with an impressive 16.1% CAGR. That's very high.
It is. And, India's position here, it isn't really a surprise when you think about it.
Why is that?
Well, you've got the massive Digital India initiatives driving transformation across the board.
Right.
Plus, that huge growing tech talent pool and lots of global companies setting up or expanding IT operations there.
Creates massive demand.
Exactly. Huge demand for sophisticated ITSM to manage everything efficiently, especially at scale.
And China, also a big player, I assume.
Oh, definitely. Very significant contribution, expected to reach almost $2.7 billion by 2033, up from around $490 million, still massive growth.
Okay, so APAC is definitely a key region to watch. What about South America?
South America is also on a strong path. Good growth trajectory.
Yeah, expanding from over $1.1 billion in 2021 to more than $5.4 billion by 2033. That's a CAGR of 13.8%.
Solid, consistent growth.
And Brazil seems to be the leader there, projected around $2 billion by 2033.
Typically the largest economy, so that makes sense.
Okay. And the Middle East,
Similar story, rapid growth there too.
rising from nearly $700 million in 2021, $687 million, to over $3.6 billion by 2033. That's a 15% CAGR.
15%. Very strong.
Yeah. And Saudi Arabia, Turkey, the UAE, they seem to be the key contributors identified.
Makes sense. Lots of investment in digital infrastructure and economic diversification in those areas.
Right. Okay, one more region, and this one. This one might be the most striking story of all, Africa.
Ah, yes. Africa's growth rate is, well, it's exceptional.
They're running from just over $500 million in 2021, $536 million, to over $3.1 billion by 2033.
That's nearly a six-fold increase. Incredible.
And within Africa, South Africa seems to lead the charge with an even higher CAGR, 16.9%. Yeah. Projected to hit $1.5 billion.
Wow.
And Nigeria also showing significant growth.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, looking at Africa, but also parts of the Middle East, parts of APAC, these emerging markets.
Yep.
It really exemplifies that idea of leapfrogging, doesn't it?
Skipping the old stuff.
Exactly. Instead of building out older, traditional IT systems, many businesses are jumping straight to modern, cloud-native, digitally transformed solutions.
Which paradoxically requires better management from the start.
Precisely. It bypasses legacy complexity in some ways, but it inherently demands robust, agile ITSM to manage these advanced environments effectively right from day one. You can't manage a cloud service like an old server in the basement.
Right. Okay. So those numbers paint a really undeniable picture, just massive expansion everywhere, more or less. But what does this all mean for you listening? What's actually driving this incredible ascent? The source points to three main things.
Let's hear them.
Okay. First, rapid digital transformation. No surprise there. Second, increasing integration of artificial intelligence, AI. And third, a growing reliance on cloud-based services.
Yeah, and if we connect that back to the bigger picture, I mean, those aren't just buzzwords, are they?
Right.
They're really profound macro trends, and they absolutely directly fuel the need for ITSM.
How so? Let's break that down a bit. Digital transformation.
Well, digital transformation fundamentally means businesses aren't just using IT anymore. They're building their operations on IT.
IT becomes the business, in a way.
In many ways, yes.
Yeah.
So every IT service, every application becomes mission critical. You absolutely need strong ITSM for reliability, security, constant improvement. It's that shift, again, reactive to proactive, essential.
Okay. And AI, how does that fit in?
Well, think about it. For AI to actually work well, to deliver on its promise, what does it need?
Good data.
Stable systems.
Exactly. impeccably managed data, and a stable, intelligent, well-run IT environment. ITSM provides that crucial framework.
Think about AI chatbots for customer service desks, or using AI for predictive analytics to spot IT issues before they happen, or automating incident resolution.
All needs solid process underneath.
Completely relies on robust ITSM processes and well-structured, reliable data managed by those processes.
Okay, makes perfect sense. And the third one, cloud services. Seems obvious, but maybe unpack it.
Right. As more and more businesses move services off their own premises into public cloud, private cloud, hybrid setups,
It gets complicated.
it gets really complicated. You're managing services across different environments, trying to optimize costs with different providers, ensuring security and consistent delivery everywhere.
A headache.
It can be. And ITSM becomes absolutely indispensable for orchestrating that whole complex distributed ecosystem, making sure everything runs smoothly, securely, efficiently, no matter where the actual service lives.
So it's the management layer across everything.
Pretty much. It's gluing it all together. And that's why this isn't just, some niche tech trend. It's fundamental to how businesses operate now and how they'll deliver value in the future.
Wow, okay. So there you have it, a really clear picture. The global information technology service management market is undergoing this massive, sustained expansion, pretty much everywhere. And it's driven by these fundamental shifts in how we use technology, how we integrate things like AI, how we rely on the cloud.
Absolutely.
And just a reminder, all the detailed figures and analysis we've discussed today come from that comprehensive report by Cognitive Market Research.
Right. And maybe just a final thought to leave folks with.
Yeah.
Given how foundational ITSM is becoming, managing this accelerating pace of digital services, what new challenges or maybe opportunities might pop up as AI and cloud become even more ubiquitous, everywhere, all the time?
Good question.
How will the constant evolution of these technologies shape the next decade of growth, even beyond these 2033 projections we talked about? Especially as more businesses realize, that sophisticated IT management, it isn't just a cost center anymore.
It's a strategic differentiator.
Exactly. It's how you compete. It's certainly something to ponder.
Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into something that might sound a bit technical, but honestly, it's like the essential plumbing for our digital lives. We're talking information technology service management, ITSM for short.
Right.
Now, if you've ever wondered, how your favorite apps stay running or how companies juggle all that software we depend on, ITSM is basically the how. It covers how organizations design, deliver, manage, and importantly, improve the IT services they offer.
And it's booming, isn't it?
It really is. The demand globally is just accelerating. I mean, almost every organization leans so heavily now on these really complex digital setups.
Yeah, absolutely. And our mission today for this deep dive is to cut through the noise a bit. We've got some great detailed research here from Cognitive Market Research on the ITSM market. And we want to pull out the really key insights, the surprising stuff.
Exactly.
So you walk away understanding not just what ITSM is, but the actual forces shaping where it's headed.
Precisely. We're aiming to uncover the big drivers pushing this market forward, but also the hurdles, the challenges it faces. Some are pretty significant, maybe even underestimated.
Right.
And crucially, where the data suggests it's all going next.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. Get ready for some, I think, quite illuminating insights into how businesses are trying to streamline things, sure, but also how they're really adapting or maybe struggling to adapt to just such rapid tech changes.
Okay, let's dive in then.
So looking at the research, one of the first things that jumps out about the market growth, it's this intense need for IT operations to be more efficient, like really efficient. It's not optional anymore, is it?
No, not at all. And what's interesting, based on the research, is how companies are moving past just, fixing problems when they break. There's a definite shift towards embedding these comprehensive frameworks. ITIL is the big one, obviously.
Right. And ITIL.
But the insight isn't just that they use ITIL. It's how ITIL itself has evolved, especially with ITIL 4. That reflects a huge industry shift towards valuing agile, lean ways of working, moving away from those old, rigid, maybe bureaucratic processes.
Okay, so less red tape, more responsiveness.
Exactly. And that's key for real efficiency. You get faster incident resolution, less downtime, obviously, but also making sure IT services actually line up with what the business is trying to achieve strategically. It's about shifting IT from just a service desk to more of a service partner.
That makes sense. And that idea of agility makes you think about how vital advanced tech must be becoming here. Which brings us to another massive driver, the report flags. Just the sheer pace of digital transformation.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got cloud everywhere, remote teams, this explosion of SaaS apps. IT environments are getting incredibly fragmented, aren't
They
they?
really are. Almost chaotic sometimes.
So what's ITSM's role in managing that
That.
chaos?
Well, this is where ITSM platforms become pretty much essential. The data shows companies are really looking hard for solutions that give them that end-to-end view. They need robust automation, definitely, and seamless integration across all these different, often siloed systems.
Right.
If you connect that to the bigger picture, these aren't just tools anymore. They're like the foundational layer for building IT infrastructures that can actually cope. You need agility, scalability, resilience, enough to handle the kind of rapid, sometimes unpredictable change we're seeing everywhere.
Yeah.
Without that solid ITSM base, a lot of digital transformation projects, they just hit a wall, frankly.
And building on that foundation, another huge driver, maybe even transformative,
Yeah.
is the growing use of intelligent automation, specifically AI, right? Getting baked into ITSM platforms.
Yes.
The research suggests it's not just tweaking things, it's fundamentally changing how IT services get managed.
It absolutely is. And the surprising insight here, perhaps, is the dual effect. Yes, AI takes over repetitive tasks. Think predictive analytics spotting potential failures before they happen, or AI chatbots handling common user queries instantly.
Okay, freeing people up.
Exactly. But it's simultaneously elevating the human role in IT. We're seeing IT professionals shifting focus, less reactive firefighting, more proactive strategic planning, more complex anomaly detection, even developing entirely new services. It's a move from fix it to prevent it and, crucially, innovate it.
Interesting.
The report suggests this isn't just a nice-to-have improvement, it's really a necessary evolution for modern IT departments facing high demand.
Okay, so we've got this incredible momentum, these powerful drivers.
Yeah.
Efficiency, transformation, AI. But, every deep dive also looks at the flip side, the currents pulling the other way.
Right.
And the report certainly doesn't ignore the big hurdles ITSM faces. Cost seems to be the first one that always comes up.
Yeah, cost is definitely a major restraint. The high cost of implementation and integration. And the nuance the research brings out is that it's not just the software license, the sticker price.
Right, there's more to it.
There's the significant investment needed for customization, pretty extensive employee training, and the often underestimated cost and effort of migrating all that existing data. For smaller or medium-sized businesses particularly, or even larger ones with really entrenched legacy systems or maybe complex hybrid cloud setups, these total costs, they can genuinely be prohibitive. It creates a real barrier to entry that's, well, hard for some to overcome.
That's a really crucial point about the human side too, isn't it? Training, adaptation. It's not just about the technology itself, but the people using it and the whole culture around it.
Precisely.
Which leads us neatly into the next big challenge the report highlights. Resistance to change within organizations. Is it just people being generally reluctant, or is there something deeper going on?
That's a great question. And while, sure, some resistance to any change is natural, the research suggests it often runs deeper than just, stubbornness.
Okay.
Adopting ITSM often means standardizing processes. It means more accountability, visibility, and it requires a pretty significant cultural shift towards thinking in terms of services. For some employees, this isn't just learning new software. It can feel like a threat to how they've always worked, maybe their perceived flexibility or even the autonomy they feel they have in their role.
I see. So it's perceived control or workflow disruption.
Yeah, something like that. And this deeper resistance, it can really slow down adoption rates and just diminish the overall positive impact of even the best planned ITSM initiatives.
And as if that wasn't enough complexity, you add in the challenge of managing services across multiple cloud platforms.
Yeah.
It feels like trying to herd digital cats sometimes, doesn't it?
It really does. It's a common analogy for a reason.
So what's the core issue there that maybe traditional ITSM struggles with?
Well, as more and more companies adopt these multi-cloud strategies using AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, maybe private clouds too, managing services consistently across them gets incredibly complex. But the data suggests it's more than just complexity. It's creating these unforeseen security blind spots and compliance challenges too.
Oh, okay.
Things that traditional ITSM tools, frankly, weren't really built for and are ill-equipped to even identify, let alone manage effectively. Many existing solutions just lack that native adaptability, that real-time visibility you need for these diverse distributed environments, especially when you're supporting cloud-native apps or intricate hybrid setups.
Right.
And that limitation can really restrict how effective ITSM can be. It can turn what should be a strategic advantage multi-cloud into a potential vulnerability if not managed right.
Wow, okay. So if we pull all this together then, synthesizing these drivers, these challenges, what are the core takeaways from this deep dive into the ITSM market?
Well, to summarize, I think it's clear the ITSM market is definitely in a period of pretty rapid expansion, no doubt about that. The main forces pushing that growth, it boils down to that intensified need for operational efficiency we talked about first.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the relentless and constantly evolving pace of digital modernization happening everywhere. And finally, maybe most critically right now, it's the increasingly sophisticated integration of intelligent automation, particularly AI, into basically every layer of IT service delivery.
And it's important, but let's remember the other side of the coin.
Absolutely.
We've discussed those significant hurdles that can definitely slow things down or even derail progress sometimes, those substantial, often underestimated costs of implementation and integration. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Then there's the common and sometimes deeply rooted resistance to the necessary cultural and process changes within organizations.
The human factor.
And finally, that escalating complexity of trying to manage services effectively across these diverse, sprawling, multi-cloud landscapes. So, yeah, immense opportunity, but very real challenges too.
Absolutely. And tying it all together, it seems clear that as the solutions themselves evolve, maybe becoming more modular, more affordable, or leveraging more intelligent, adaptable tools to specifically address these challenges, ITSM is set to continue playing a really pivotal and enabling role.
Right.
Ensuring business continuity, yes, but also driving ongoing innovation in this, well, increasingly digital and interconnected world we live in.
That's a powerful summary.
Yeah.
And it leaves us, and you listening, with one final thought to perhaps chew on. Given these rapid shifts we're seeing towards AI and sophisticated automation and how IT services are delivered, how might these underlying system changes impact the resilience, the efficiency of the digital services you rely on every single day? Or maybe even more profoundly, how could they fundamentally reshape the future of work itself in the years to come? Something to think about.